This is the Distracted and Disorderly podcast. I'm Chris, and this is Kayla.
This is Kayla.
We're just fucking idiots.
This
Let's
is
go.
Kayla.
You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me when you were ready the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh well, now we've been recording through that whole awkward silence because you were ready the whole time. Listen. Okay, welcome back, Distracted and Disorderly podcast. This is like 3 episodes now that Kayla's eating something. She has no respect for the listeners whatsoever. Crunch into your Triscuits and salsa.
Why do you tell them? Wait. Anybody got a count on how many times this man yawned last podcast?
I will yawn. I smoked a blunt, and then I drank a Monster, and I crossed them out. Fucking double negative. Boom, boom.
I'm going to start counting. I'm going to write tallies. Yep.
Okay. So what's today's episode?
Cartoons. We can call it cartoons.
I think it's
not all cartoons.
More. How about
late night shows?
How about how about children's networks?
Oh.
Nostalgic children's networks. Okay. So we're just gonna talk about it with fucking Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney. I was gonna. I keep shaking my desk. Sorry, it looks like I have an earthquake, but I don't live on that side of the country. But see when this happens.
I just assume it's your ADHD. I'm used to it though.
It was gonna be a versus episode, but I don't want it to be a versus. You know, it's more like
I'll punch you in the teeth.
Why?
Mister, I'm outside all the time. I didn't watch enough cartoons.
Listen, when I got into high school, 14 years old, 15, I just wasn't home ever, but it was also like 1998. You know, I didn't have a reason to be sitting at home.
I had 4 jobs.
In 98, you weren't even alive.
No, when it was like...
This is when video games were not even at the point they are now. You know what I mean? We didn't have... There wasn't like a lot to stay home for. So, I mean, what console was out in 98?
I don't know.
The N64, maybe? If you think, the N64 was out in 1998. So, you know, we played some of that stuff. We watched some, but, you know, when we got out of school, we went out right away and just went out and did shit. So, I mean, I grew up on like Rugrats and Doug and all that in the early 90s. But then by the time the late 90s happened, you know, we discovered boobs and weed and drinking. And like, we were just like, we don't want to be home ever. We were out doing our thing. Typical 90s.
Boobs and weed and drinking.
Typical 90s teenager city life. You know, not a city, but like, you know, technically a city. But, you know, apparently we're crazy people because we tell Kayla stories all the time. She's like, you guys are idiots.
I have different crazy stories. It's like things we had to make up to have fun living where I live.
Yeah. One day we'll have a whole episode where she just tells us fun things. She's like, nope.
I don't need to get arrested. I don't need to get in trouble or get anybody else in trouble.
Oh, she hasn't even passed statute of limitations with some of these stories. Anyways, criminal. Okay, so
No. Fucking sneak that in there. What was that? Criminal. Look at your stupid ass forehead. You're a criminal. Oh.
Anyways, yeah, so Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney, which ones, what did you get into? Like, what was your thing? Like, I grew up on Nickelodeon. What about you?
I really liked all of them.
I was actually asking the viewers at home.
Fuck them.
I'm just kidding.
I have like 2 or 3 from like Disney, Cartoon Network, and Nickelodeon that I was absolutely obsessed with. So I didn't have a favorite. There was a variety. I took a couple notes. I know you didn't want this to be crazy structured. She is way against in-depth structured episodes, so we're not going to be doing any Dan Carlin. We're not going to be doing any. No, I'm not. First of all, he's making shit up now because there are certain episodes that need structure. This is not one of them.
No, there's no structure, but I got some factoids just to let everyone know. Like golden years
listeners, I just want to apologize for Chris in advance. He's going to ramble.
I'm not gonna ramble. These are a couple of factoids. You know what? I'm done. Nickelodeon. The golden years for Nickelodeon was 1990 to 98. That's when like a majority of their stuff popped out. All right, popped out. I think late. I think 98 was SpongeBob, maybe a little, maybe around there. Then you had Cartoon Network's golden years, and these are like golden years. It's not like set in stone. Obviously, everyone has their own shit. 98 to 06 was when a lot of their big shows popped off. Then Disney's golden years is way later because Disney didn't really get into some shit until later, and it was 2010 to 2015. How crazy is that? Like Disney Channel back in the day was like all movies and cartoons and like none of like the stuff they have now where they had, what did they have? What was it? Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, but they had like Zoe 101, Lizzie
Hannah
McGuire,
Montana.
Hannah Montana. Those were the not cartoony ones though.
Right.
Drake and Josh. Love them.
Drake and Josh. Weren't they Nickelodeon? Yeah, they were.
iCarly was Nickelodeon. Was Drake and Josh
Drake and Josh? Their little sister was iCarly. Was Miranda Cosgrove played their little sister. And yes. Drake and Josh was Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm really bad with I told you that I had like a mix of all of them. I'm gonna get a lot confused today.
How about this? Here, I got a few quick questions for you. It's a quick quiz, and I want to see if you know.
Fantastic.
Number one shows, and I'm gonna tell you each network, and you tell me what you think the number one show for that network. And I'm talking like of all time. They're looking at viewers and all that stuff. Like, what's their biggest?
And I
show?
know these. We maybe.
Okay, Nickelodeon. What's their number one show of all time?
SpongeBob.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
It just made me think of Community. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so.
Don't go there.
Cartoon Network.
Oh, of all time?
Yeah, what do you think is their all-time, their biggest show? This is for you at home. This is for you at home, people. I'm pretty sure that Fairly Odd Parents was Nickelodeon, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Did you just say
Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? Wait. SpongeBob was Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Cartoon Network. What is their biggest show?
Courage?
Nope.
Who?
It's a tie, okay, between two of them. One of them is Dexter's Lab.
Oh, I fucking love Dexter's Lab.
But there's another. Be an oldie. There's another, but we're talking all time. Like I think they're looking at like viewers per episode and how like their power. Adventure Time.
I didn't really care for Adventure Time. I like Dexter's Lab though.
I didn't watch either, but we definitely used to call my friend Jeff Dexter for a little while.
Because of that?
His hair and his glasses. But Jeff doesn't listen to podcasts, so he won't even catch this. We were calling him Dex. Everyone in my group of friends had a nickname, and it was terrible. It was like a nickname you didn't want. It was never like, oh, that's Tiny because he's huge. It was like, hey, that's fucking Blueberry because he's fat and he wore a blue shirt once. So that's it.
Willy Wonka looking ass bitch.
No, it's fucked up. Anyways.
I think it's funny.
Okay, Disney. What do you think was Disney's? Come on.
Hannah Montana.
It's tied.
Fucking love it. Victorious?
Nope. There's a tie though. It's Hannah Montana, and there's another one that was like right there with it.
Victorious?
No.
Zoe.
Although that show is kind of funny at times. Nope. Zoe was Nickelodeon.
There's a fucking another one that was just as big.
That's
fucking Mickey Mouse.
That's so
Raven.
Yes.
Got you. Give me the whole thing, but it's fine.
That's okay. Like I thought that was interesting.
I used to watch That's So Raven though, because she was like psychic and shit. It was, she's like, I predict this.
Okay, so how about movies? You ready for this quiz? You want this quiz? Number one Nickelodeon movie, and I think this is looking at
SpongeBob movie.
No, this is looking at grossing, like what they grossed, like how much money they made. Nickelodeon.
Oh God,
you're not gonna get this one. You're not gonna get this one. It was the return of a beloved franchise. People my age grew up on these four crime fighters that lived in a sewer.
Ninja Turtles?
TMNT.
I'm never going to guess this.
TMNT of 2014. Highest grossing.
Yeah, fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you'll never get this. You had to give me the sewer
I had to give you clues. Definitely. I'm saying you weren't going to be able to guess the highest grossing because I was surprised when I saw that.
No.
I was surprised.
I would have never guessed that.
I never even watched it, and I loved Ninja Turtles as a kid. Like, I still love the three Ninja Turtle movies.
I like Splinter. He's my favorite.
Master Splinter.
Yeah, old rat bitch. We like him.
He was always fucking doing karate in the dark, like with one like ray of light coming through the sewer grate. All right.
You should do that again.
She's like, I don't even want to be seen on this podcast, but you know what?
Sorry, who?
So, before we get into the shows.
Oh, no more quizzes?
No, but I just wanted to look at the availability. Like Nickelodeon, like always aimed to make themselves available to everybody, so they always tried to get like on those. I think I forget the whole history. I didn't want to go through that, but by the late '80s, early '90s, Nickelodeon was like widely available, and that's why people in my age group like grew up on Nickelodeon, and they really popped off when Rugrats, when their little Nicktoons thing popped up, which was Doug fucking Funny, Patty Mayonnaise, Ren and Stimpy, you know, Real Monsters, like all that stuff exploded them then. And then like Saturday Night Nick, like Snick came on, and that was what you never really got heard of, where they had like Kablam, and they had fucking what was the other one? All That, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like iconic stuff.
I knew the Are You Afraid of the Dark, but that one took me a minute.
All that had some gems, but it also was terrible at times. Cartoon Network was not widely available until the mid to late 90s. So like some people like myself missed out on it, but there was plenty of people that were watching it. I had friends that were watching a lot of it. Disney Channel was not available with basic cable until 2022. It was part of it was a premium channel from 1983 until like a year ago.
You know what though? I still had it, so
yeah. I feel like knowing you, like someone was stealing cable at your house, so you got all the channels, didn't you?
Stealing cable? No, I think we had DirecTV. Pretty sure we had DirecTV because we had a landline, DirecTV, and Wi-Fi.
DirecTV?
Titty?
DirecTV?
Is that what you think I said?
You said DirecTV. Don't flip off the viewers and me. So...
Sorry?
So that was it. That was that. I know that was the boring part. I'm sorry.
Wasn't that boring? I thought it was gonna be way worse.
I'm sorry.
You have done way worse.
Sleep with my voice.
Like with the horror movies, you sucked at rambling on that one.
Did I really do bad?
No, it's fine.
Oh my god, you didn't even say that until now. 13 or 14 episodes in, and you're like, you sucked episode 2.
No. When you really care about something, I do the same thing. When you really care about something, you're like, and this guy from this movie, and that director with this director.
This guy. Ooh. So, where do you want to start? Pick a network. Where do you want to start?
Hold on, wait.
I feel like with Nickelodeon, I'm gonna have to really explain some stuff, but I went into like the live action side of things, where I know you're gonna just start rattling cartoons off.
Why?
Count it. Okay, what? So.
Wait, let me get my notepad out.
Do not write notes. Oh my god.
I'm getting a tally for how many times you fucking yawn. No, it's on my computer, stupid fuck. I'm not gonna write it down. Are you kidding me?
Fuck. Guys.
That's literally your name.
Okay.
I think we should do top 10 favorites before we get into individuals.
I can't do a top 10 list of favorite shows.
Top 5. How's that?
Top 5, and you're talking like of either network. It doesn't matter. Mine would all be Nickelodeon, honestly.
So, name them off.
Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay.
I remember I used to love Clarissa Explains It All. Ren and Stimpy's got to be up there.
That's a good one.
Doug, Rugrats, those original ones got to be up there. There's others I'm forgetting, but like those original ones, All That has got to be up there.
All that.
Fucking shit. The documentary on Hulu, I think it is, the Nickelodeon one. They were talking about because All That used to have guests, and they had Coolio on, and Coolio was smoked out the station. Like he went in there and like they were talking to some of the actors that were on the show, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it smelled crazy. It's like crazy weed." When Coolio was on the show, like, oh.
They're like, well, and now you make sense.
And Coolio actually, he did the theme song for All That.
I'm not surprised.
Coolio was popping.
I didn't watch
he passed
most
away.
of those,
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Coolio.
I just missed those because I like even for my age group, I think I watched a lot of the older shows that most people my age group didn't watch, but it was because of my parents.
Right.
Because they were also really young. But not my fault. Anyways.
Okay.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
I'm looking right at you.
Dad. Anyways.
It's all your fault.
Wait, my top 5?
Yeah. Top 5, go.
I love Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Okay.
I probably have like a top 10. You literally said nothing. Hey Arnold.
I just realized that my chair is probably still making that noise, and I'm so unprofessional. I tried to figure it out, but is it loud?
Christopher, nobody cares. Pay attention to what I'm saying.
The people care.
Nobody cares. Dexter's Laboratory, definitely.
Yeah.
The Wild Thornberries.
Never got into it.
And Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Love that one.
So many.
But then I have like
watched.
Billy and Mandy and fucking
Billy and
like
Mandy.
Other random ones. Billy and Mandy. Yeah. Duh, Samurai Jack was on there, but it wasn't my favorite. I like had to watch it with my younger siblings. But
I never watched it.
I had a bunch. Scary Monsters. Real Monsters. I just said Scary Monsters. Real Monsters. I used to read the books for those.
They had books
at the library.
For Real Monsters?
Yeah, I used to get them at the library in town.
Okay.
You know. Because sometimes it wasn't on TV. Pinky in the Brain. Who's the little green guy? Invader Zim.
Yeah, I never watched that. What was that about?
He was just a little fucking shit. He was just a little alien shit. He was just a little, you know how Powerpuff Girls have to deal with little shitheads? So does Dexter's Laboratory, which is his sister. She's a little shithead to him. She was annoying and dumb. Another one of those.
I never even like...
Or Johnny Test. His sisters are insanely smart. He's a stupid fucking lab experiment.
You know what's funny? I just realized we didn't even go through the other two networks' #1 movies. We yelled about Ninja Turtles for 5 minutes and then moved on.
That's why I asked you, because you only asked me one. I said, there's no more questions. You're like, nope. I literally asked you.
I lose my fucking mind sometimes. I get all amped up to do this.
Redo!
I get all amped up. No, there's no redo. We're just going to go back to it. What cartoon network? I think they had like one movie they ever put out.
Movie?
Guess what it was?
A movie?
Theatrical release, though. No, we're not talking like they made a long version of a show for the channel. Like something that went to theaters and people actually paid tickets to see.
I have no fucking idea.
Powerpuff Girls.
No way they did theatrical version of fucking Powerpuff Girls. How do you even do that?
What do you mean? People go to the movies to watch cartoons all the time.
I like the pink Powerpuff Girl.
Disney.
And the green one, she's a bitch.
What do you think about Disney? What do you think?
Oh, I guess it depends.
There's
the
two.
time span is so wide. The Hannah Montana movie was fucking insane. Everybody went to movie theaters for that.
There's two, and it's so obvious. Like, this movie's huge. Even now, people quote it. There was a song associated with it that everyone was singing for a while. And it wasn't Lion King.
Oh, Disney movies?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I know a lot of Disney movies.
Yeah, but there
was Aladdin.
Nope. That
wasn't one of them? Is it a live action? You got to tell me that.
No, it's cartoon.
Hercules?
Disney's live action movies, I don't think ever do well. I think they always do like
Hercules?
Man of the House with Jonathan Taylor Thomas or something. Nope. Come on, how do you
101 Dalmatians?
Nope. You're going too old. It's something that blew up not that long ago that people are like... We even worked with someone who was like, loved that movie.
Beauty and the Beast?
No.
What do you mean no? Beauty and the Beast is the best Disney movie.
It's not that it's the best. I'm talking like this movie. It went to the theaters and it made a lot of money.
It's not Lion King?
Nope.
Aladdin went into theaters too because the live action.
You're staying in that 90s realm, and it's not even a 90s movie. It's
newer.
And it blew all the rest of their releases they've ever done out of the water.
Oh my god, am I stupid? Cinderella?
No, Cinderella's an oldie.
What the fuck? Wait, I can do this. Moana?
What the fuck? Nope. I can't believe you're dancing around the sky.
Encanto?
Nope. If it's not the next thing out of your mouth.
I don't know. Is it? Oh my god, wait. Don't word the mouth to me. I can't read your lips anyways.
Don't word the mouth to me.
I don't know what's happening.
Don't word the mouth to me. I can't read the fucking mouth. Don't word your mouth to me.
Wait. No, I don't want you to tell me, but it's along that realm of new movies.
Oh my god, it's like a newer one, but it's not that new. But they made a sequel, and it's one of the 2 on this list. And...
Is The Incredibles on that list?
Nope. That's actually Pixar, I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Fuck, aren't they like a branch of Disney though? Is it Toy Story?
Nope.
Fuck.
That's Pixar. I think that's Pixar also.
Can you give me a hint? Frozen. My nephew was just singing songs to Frozen yesterday.
Let it go. Hey, you listen, Frozen, and what's
Olaf
the other
is
one?
Fucking adorable.
What's the other movie?
I don't know. I named
Frozen
a bunch of them.
2. Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me that Beauty and the Beast didn't do well after they put the live action out, and neither did fucking Aladdin, or even just Hercules the cartoon didn't do. No, garbage children. All these new children are garbage. Throw them away. Throw all the kids away.
All those movies are good, but Frozen was adults and children, don't forget. Like, adults wanted to go see that shit.
I know. I watched it like the day that it came out, and then also in my... What year did that come out, actually?
I don't remember.
Hold on, we gotta Google this, because this will determine if I give away my age or not. Hang on.
While she's Googling that, distracteddisorderly@gmail.com. Give us some show ideas if you listen. Don't forget to watch us. We're on YouTube, Distracted and Disorderly Podcast. Instagram, Distracted and Disorderly Podcast. TikTok, Dis and Dispod. Twitter, Dis and Dispod. We're on Facebook. Go on, Miss Kayla. Go on.
It came out in 2013. I watched this when I was in middle school.
And you were like, let it go, let it go.
Yeah, I was in like 8th grade. And we were watching this movie.
Yep. So with that being said, we'll just go right into Disney.
I love Disney movies, though.
How about we're looking at shows though, because we're talking network. We're talking
the
Disney
shows!
Network. No, we're talking
the Disney movies are better.
Okay, whatever. I'm not a Disney. I'm not a big Disney person, but I'm not gonna shit on. Like Encanto was really good. Encanto, but we're talking shows right now though, because we're talking the network. What's up?
I like. What do you mean? What's that? I like how when they started a Disney movie, they all had a wand in their hand. This is my comb, but they had a wand, and they would outline the Disney logo before every show, but they all looked like handicaps, and it would never follow along with the thing because it was pre like boop 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 boop. Everybody who watched Disney knows, because The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, they were like, oh, trying to do the Disney ears, like the little bubble. You know what I'm talking about, right? Don't make me look crazy.
I didn't watch Disney. I'm not a Disney person.
You know the little Disney ears, the Mickey Mouse ears?
Yeah.
They have like the circle and then the two ears.
The most overrated cartoon character of all time.
Before a show would start, characters from that show would have like a wand in their hand, and they're like, up next, and then they would do the little outline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they would start the show.
Okay.
God, Christopher!
I'm sorry, I didn't watch it. It was a premium channel until 2022. Did you watch? So Lizzie McGuire, did you watch that? Hilary Duff, who looks amazing nowadays, by the way. She's very good looking nowadays.
That's not what we're talking about. Yes, I did watch Lizzie McGuire, but it was a little weird because she was always a little character stepping on her little diary notebook and talking about like her journal for the day. So I kind of like would half-ass watch those shows. Like I said, Disney was my last option for the both of these shows.
Really?
Like if something else was on that I liked better. Yeah, so if Cartoon Network had something on that I liked, or Nickelodeon had something on that I liked, then I would just immediately watch those before I would watch Disney.
Okay.
I wasn't like dead set on a show for Disney.
Well, Disney was like, they had a way of making their stuff look too wholesome, I feel like.
It was very Hallmark movie for me.
Yeah, like Lizzie McGuire, and then you had like the Wizards of Waverly.
Zoe 101 got canceled too because Zoe ended up getting like pregnant or something in the middle of the show. So they had to cancel Zoe 101. And that was a big one. I actually liked Zoe 101. I had the diary for it. You know how you have like the book fairs at school?
Yeah.
They were selling like the Zoe 101 diary and it had like a lock on it. And my dad ended up finding it. I think he still has it in the garage somewhere.
Jamie Lynn Spears. That's who that was.
Oh, yeah.
That was Brittany's sister.
Yes. She ended up like getting pregnant or something halfway through the show.
Jesus.
So they had to.
But that was Nickelodeon. Zoe.
Was it? Yeah. I keep fucking mixing all of these up. See, I don't know.
That's why I did research. I got to keep this podcast on track. You folks know how it goes. Distractedtotally@gmail.com. Tell Kayla how you feel.
On computers.
So. It doesn't matter. But, okay. Wizards of Waverly, Selena Gomez.
Fuck yes. I did love that one. That one wasn't absolutely watching it every time it's on.
It's still crazy to me how many like pop stars came out of Disney and Nick.
Yeah, I mean Selena Gomez. I guess she's still friends with like a guy in the cast. Is that another one? How many is that now?
That was 3. I just drank a fucking come on, Monster.
That was 3? I'm tallying. I got 3 tally marks up on my screen.
3 yawns.
Wait, can I share my screen with you for a second?
Is it appropriate? What are we going to see on your screen? It's going to be a picture of 40 dicks. Come on. That. Okay.
These are the tally marks. And this is how neat it is.
So did you watch Phineas and Ferb?
I did. I could actually sing the whole theme song still.
2 boys with a pet platypus that's a secret agent.
Harry the Platypus.
I did not. I remember hearing about this show everywhere, and I never watched it. Probably because I didn't have Disney and I didn't give a fuck.
I had 2 brothers at the time, so, Candace, I relate with you.
How about Hannah Montana?
I wanted to rebel against Hannah Montana so badly because everybody loved it, but I couldn't help but watch it in secret with my dad.
First of all, I think I don't know this for fact, so this is just me from seeing the public persona. Billy Ray Cyrus is kind of weird.
Well,
he seems weird to me. I've seen the show here and there, and he pops on and stuff, and I'm like,
isn't he like dating someone like 4 years older than his daughter right now? He like cheated on his wife to date.
I'm not gonna shit on him for that, but like,
for cheating on his wife.
I like how Miley Cyrus turned out though. Like I like her music. She
went through a phase for her banger tour, but I think she needed that to get where she is now.
Yeah, when you got to run around
minus
being the super wholesome Disney kid or Nickelodeon kid to keep your career on track, and your celebrity parents are like, gotta do this, and like, then you finally get like the leash taken off, dude, and they give you freedom. You just go fucking nuts, and then you end up being a meme of a turkey in booty shorts. But remember that performance with Robin?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I was just surprised that you said it.
Alan Thicke, Robin Thicke, whoever his fucking name is. Yeah, that made the rapey song. Hey, hey, hey. And Pharrell had to come out and apologize about it.
Hey, da, 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 da.
It's catchy as fuck, but it was like rapey or some shit, right? There was some problem.
Yeah, it was just a little like just underage stuff,
It was a little wrong. Yeah, I like her music now. I think it's really good. I like her whole shtick now. I can't believe you've never heard of DuckTales.
Can you get me a picture of DuckTales? Hang on, I'm gonna look it up.
Come on, there was DuckTales. There was they had Scrooge McDuck. They had Gyro.
Oh, I know DuckTales. Why didn't you just say Daffy and his kids? It's like the
Daffy
grandpa
Duck is a Looney Tune character.
No, this is the
Donald.
This is his like.
Wasn't
grandpa.
Uncle Scrooge? Wasn't it Uncle Scrooge with Launchpad, Gyro, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
I know DuckTales. Why did you say I didn't know this? I just had to see a picture of it.
Because you were like, I don't know it. And I was like, come on. Woo. And you were like, meh, no.
Yeah, I just kind of ignored what you were saying.
DuckTales. Woo. Come on. No? All right.
I used to love DuckTales.
That is one of those shows that I don't know.
The 3 little idiots were just like, they just had to be maniacal.
I remember watching that back in the day, but I don't remember being on like Disney.
Mm-hmm.
like the whole time. What wasn't that show? Wasn't DuckTales somewhere else before it was on Disney?
I don't think so.
No?
Let's look it
Was it
up.
always a Disney show?
But what was the one with Goofy and his son? You know, his teenage son. What show was that?
Who? Goofy? Oh,
And his son.
I forget. I honestly
Do you know
forget.
what I'm talking about, though?
It was on Disney, but from 87 to 90, so I must have got Disney. We must have had Disney at some point in our youth. I don't remember.
Yeah, you're trying to make me feel like some sort of white guilt, but you're also white.
Guilt.
I don't really know what that was for.
I don't know what I had. Our cable was all over the place at times.
You stole somebody's cable box like you were trying to accuse me.
Oh, I'm sure. My parents, we definitely stole cable at one point. I'm sure of it because we got every channel at one point. We had Spice. We had the Spice channel, which was all like erotica. And we used to have all like the movie channels and everything.
The magazines didn't do it for you?
Magazines? Good luck getting your hand on a magazine in the early 90s.
Just get an Old Navy magazine.
Old Navy. Okay, Kim Possible. Tell me about it.
Shino. I would fuck Shino.
Is Shino an adult in the show?
Yes.
Problematic answer. That would.
I think you should look up Shino.
No.
Put him. If you don't, then I'm gonna share my screen and look up pictures of Shino.
You're just making it weird.
What is Why?
This, conjugal visit for Shino?
No, let's just say a lot of people cosplay Shino and Kim Possible together.
Oh, that's her. That's like her brother or whatever, her friend or her partner.
Shino is her enemy. Shino is the villain of Kim Possible.
Okay.
I think you're more like the naked mole rat.
Sure, that sounds flattering.
Ron.
So she was a cheerleader who was also a spy.
Yes. The best bitch around. Okay, and you're looking up Shino right now?
No, I'm not.
I'm fucking sharing my screen with you then.
Listen, folks, for those listening, she's going to share her screen and show me this cartoon character she would fuck. I'm not surprised she would. She's into anime, stuff like that, so it wouldn't be a stretch for her to want to fuck a cartoon.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Assuming shit about me, making up stories and fucking fuckery.
There is so much wrong with me.
Okay, we're gonna scroll through this real quick. All right.
Okay.
So this is Kim Possible, the orange hair.
Yeah, I've seen what she looks like.
This is Shino.
Oh, okay. She got the permanent frown.
No, she only wears black lipstick on her top lip.
Yeah, so it looks like a permanent fucking...
Yeah, she's a miserable bitch. We love her.
I like the aesthetic of these characters. I will tell you that.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like Danny Phantom, which... Oh, Danny Phantom. Also a good show.
Wow, we can see all your searches, by the way.
There's nothing inappropriate in there.
Who the fuck uses Bing? Use Bing?
No, it's just my, default... I've reset my computer, now I don't know how to change anything.
Come for her. She uses Bing. DistractedSorely@gmail.com.
I'm afraid of what my search history was.
Sorry, Google, if you were ever going to, help us out in any way.
Oh, fuck. Now I keep clicking all these... Fuck. Hang on.
What have you
done?
This
is Danny Phantom. I absolutely love Danny Phantom.
Why am I not surprised? White hair.
I like the black-haired characters.
Yeah, but for when it's like guy cartoons, you're like white hair, crazy outfit, intense eyes.
No, because the guy on Jujutsu Kaisen with the black hair and the dogs, that's like one of my favorite characters. I just joke about Gojo because he's like an easy target, but anyways.
Backpedaling? Are we backpedaling?
Anime is just the default here,
okay, so I said Kim Possible, and that sparked something. What about The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody? Can you explain this fucking show to me? Because I watched a short YouTube video on it, and all I got for notes was twins, Dylan and Cole, lounge singer, mom. And who the fuck is Zack and Cody?
So Zack and Cody are the Sprouse brothers, right?
Uh-huh.
You know the Sprouse brothers?
No.
And they live Yeah, you do. Have you ever seen like Riverdale or anything?
Maybe
Even
once.
anyways, they're actors, they're brothers. That
Are they twins?
yeah, they're twins. So they're like identical twins. So what they did is they lived at like this big huge city building where there's like a lobby at the bottom where you give like the guy like, you know, I need my key, but whatever. Fancy building.
So they have
And
a
all he would
doorman.
do, their mom was always out and about doing whatever.
Well, she was a
And when
lounge singer for the hotel.
yes, so she was always out and about. Like it's a very big place. And what they would do is they would just make her life harder and she would have to scold them. And then there was a babysitter and then she would have to scold them. And like they would just be mischievous the whole time. And then eventually they had a sequel to that show where they were on a boat, where they lived on a boat, like a
This
cruise
sounds
ship.
like a bad idea.
It wasn't that bad. It actually was very big. Because then Debbie Ryan, the girl with the red hair, did the show with them. Like one of them had a crush on her or something, and then she had her own show where she was also at a hotel with a bunch of kids because she was a babysitter, a nanny. But
Jesus.
it was really popular. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody was.
I've heard of it, but I never
Everybody
watched it.
loved it.
So I had to go and look at like a couple of videos on some of these shows, and I was like,
they were just mischievous idiots. Like all they did was pull pranks, and then one of them was like the dirty twin who was like a stinky fucking teenage boy, and the other one was like super OCD clean. So they would like always butt heads because their personalities were so fucking different.
"You're the stinky one. Well, you're
Yeah.
too clean."
Well, the clean one was the nerd, and then the stinky one was like the jock. So it was cute. It was cute for its time.
Makes sense. Although
Not
nerds are
so much
stinky,
anymore.
So you said you never seen or heard the show Even Stevens.
I have to honestly.
That was a big one for a few years. Shia LaBeouf. That was his big show that broke him out. Shia LaBeouf before he went. Oh, I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know what that dude's doing nowadays.
I know this guy's face. Maybe I like saw it and I just didn't care. I feel like I've seen clips of this. I had to look it up. That's pretty sad though. Yeah.
It happens. One more for Disney. Is That So Raven? My fiance loves that show.
I love.
She's watching. She's watching the They made What's it called? They rebooted it, but it's like now she has kids. Raven has kids, and she's been watching that. She loves it. I haven't watched any of it though.
That's So Raven was really good because she was like psychic and she had to like predict all of these like upcomings or happenings that were going to, and she had to figure out how to prevent bad things from happening. And
didn't she make all the things happen anyway?
Sometimes she just ended up like asking for it was like life lessons taught, like, oh well, you did this, which then causes a bad thing, and now you know you tried to fix it but made it worse, so this is how you apologize, or you know what I mean. Like just self lessons taught.
Yes,
they weren't bad. I really liked That So Raven. But what was oh my god, Kids Next Door, was that Disney?
I don't know.
Kids Next Door, like Code.
I didn't know Raven Simone was like my age.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I had to look her up because I was like, when did that show come out? But she's freaking my age.
No, that one was Cartoon Network too. I'm just obsessed with Cartoon Network. It's fine.
Jesus. Cartoon Network. You want to talk about it?
I love Cartoon Network. Like more than the average person.
I got some random notes on shows, but I'll let you take the lead. Cartoon Network, do it for me. Let's go.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was one of my absolute favorite shows, and I felt like I could never catch it when it was on. It made me so mad.
Wasn't it on at weird times though? Wasn't it on like at night and shit like that? Like at a
weird
times?
It was like at a weird. It was like right after your bedtime as a kid, which was super annoying. You had to like beg to stay up to watch it.
They did that on purpose because Courage had some pretty
creepy stuff.
Creepy themes. I never watched it. I think I watched an episode or two. I don't know why I didn't get into it. It looks like on paper, it looks like a show I would love. I watched videos of like about the show and I'm like, this is awesome, and I just don't watch the show.
Well, it went from 96 to 2002, and it was 52 episodes with 4 seasons, so it wasn't even really that big compared to like the other cartoons that have been on there.
Yeah.
So, but I loved it because
fondly remembered by a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was super curious because as a kid, I was like trying to figure out what the hidden meanings were in certain parts because I'm like, I know that's weird, but I don't know what that means. So I would like try to figure it out, and
Right.
eventually, when I was old enough, I was like, oh, this man's tripping. He's not. There's like a whole, um, what the fuck is it called? Theory or like something else that people were like, oh well, there's actually no old people there. Courage is just like tripping out in this abandoned home as a stray dog. And I was like, what the fuck?
He's
like everyone
imagining
has their
himself
own
having a family.
Yeah, he imagines all of these other monsters where the humans are like, what the fuck you barking at, you dumb dog, like any other fucking, come home and from work at 5 o'clock at night. And you're
We
like,
could probably
shut
do.
the fuck up.
Honestly, I've seen Courage the Cowardly Dog theories, and that we could probably do a whole episode on those.
Yeah, because they're funny. They're funny as fuck. 4!
That's 4. 9:45
Add that to
p.m.
my paint.
How about what else you got for Cartoon Network? Fill me in. Fill me in. I wrote down things like Teen Titans.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
You want to hear my notes on it?
No, God, I don't know.
Teen Titans, DC Kids or Marvel? Superhero shit, but with teen problems.
They're not superheroes.
What are they then? One of them's goddamn Robin.
They're just good Samaritans.
Then another one's Nightcrawler from like X-Men.
So I love. Oh my God, what the fuck was her name? Starfire is fucking awesome.
That's one of the Teen Titans.
Raven. Yeah, Starfire. She's got like. I'm going to try to zoom in on this picture that I screenshotted. She's like green eyes. This is the original Teen Titans.
Oh, green eyes.
And red hair with like a purple suit.
Okay.
And then Beast Boy, Cyber fucking whatever. But then Raven was one of my favorite characters.
Of course.
As a kid.
Not surprised.
Oh, camera. It'll adjust eventually. So Teen Titans. I really liked Teen Titans, but the original one. They remade Teen Titans and put it out later on. I can't fucking remember when they did it. Right. But I saw like my niece and nephew or somebody putting it on. And I was like, what the hell is this? Why do they look miniature? Why do they not look like fucking Teen Titans? What's happening?
They're all miniature.
I was irritated.
That's funny.
But The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, I could still sing the theme song to this. Also very trippy and weird.
What was it about?
So there's these two guys. Okay, ready? So there's like, I think he's an orphan. And then this angry pirate sailor man who's broke as fuck, right?
What the fuck?
They would like, they're also sitting in a whale's mouth. They would just sleep in there sometimes. But
that whale had human teeth.
They had like trippy adventures that they would go on. Like at random parts, they'd be like breaking into a saloon or something, and they would just like steal shit, or they'd pick fights with people. Or they would be like in a whale's mouth on the way to this candy island or root beer float island, and they would fucking like have a sugar high the whole time. It was short lived. It was only like 2008 to 2010, but I still loved it. I didn't even care how old I was. I was like, I like that this is happy go lucky. I don't know what they're doing, but I want to be that guy.
That sounds cool though. I see Cartoon Network. I didn't watch a lot of it. But they had a lot of cool random shows. Like when I was like doing a little research on some of these shows, just so I kind of knew, like when Kayla brought it up, what the hell she was talking about. A lot of them look cool. Like Samurai Jack. I remember that show being on, and I never watched it. I was like, yeah, whatever. But it looks cool. I had friends that were really into Ed, and Eddie. I didn't get into it.
I liked Ed, and Eddie because of Plank. That was it. And they were assholes.
Oh, my stepson he was watching, well, I don't know if he loves it, but he was watching the regular show. Fuck me.
5.
I can't stop. I drink a Monster, and it's just like, no. And I'm like, but I need you. Foster's Home, I remember you telling me how great that was. I
still love Foster's Home now as an adult because it's fucking adorable. but also because I would make Cheese's voice my ringtone for everybody if I could. So I almost failed a high school class because instead of doing my work in this class that I absolutely hated and didn't need but just took anyways, to watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, just clips of Cheese. Just clips of Cheese. Because I love him.
Jesus.
I love... If I was a character, a cartoon character, I would be Cheese. That's me. I'm that guy. But I have more. Dexter's Laboratory. We just talked about that one, but I fucking love Dexter's Laboratory.
Kid genius with a secret lab, fights with his sister all the time, has an inexplicable accent that he shouldn't have.
Yes, he's like, he just talks very weird. And he has like little feet, so he just kind of like patters over places.
So he's like a fucking...
His sister's like 6 foot something with really long legs, and she's all in pink. And then he's like this little mini square, like a pixel at the bottom of the fucking screen. So it was...
He's one pixel.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, a lot of people, that was a big thing when they came out, honestly. That was a big thing.
They had to take down a couple of episodes because of how inappropriate, like, the adult content for that kid's show, some of it was too much.
Yeah, kids' shows love to sneak that shit in. Nickelodeon snuck it in a lot.
It was also 98, so...
You make it sound like it was the Wild West in the 90s.
No, but the huge shift from, like, how strict they got from 98 to 2001 was huge. Like, they were still... True. They were way more careful in the 2000s.
See, in the early 2000s, folks, people got a little crazier about what was on TV. George W. Bush, you know, the 9/11 president, you know, he was, what was it? I think his wife or somebody, they were trying to make ketchup a vegetable. Yeah, a lot of weird shit was happening in the early 2000s.
I'm not done with Cartoon Network. Ben 10.
I wasn't going past it. So explain Ben 10 to me.
Oh, he's the coolest guy. I don't remember how he got the watch. I don't remember how he got the watch because it's been a long fucking time, but he had this cool watch, right? And I actually bought one. Or, well, my parents probably bought it for me. But you have this watch, and it looks like an hourglass on the watch. Like, it's circular, but has an hourglass in the middle. Whenever he pressed it, he could choose which monster, 1 through 10, that he was going to be to defeat a villain. But it would be, like, something gross and big, and, like, he would turn into, like, an animal. But it was, like, an alien creature.
It's kind of cool.
He would, like, fight alien creatures. But they ended up putting his watch in at, like, toy stores. So when you pressed it, you got to choose which one you wanted, and it made the noise, and it would light up. It was the coolest fucking thing.
And
I
then
wish
you
I
could be
still
like,
had it.
I'm a monster.
And pretend. So bad.
How many
but
more?
Ben 10 was...
You're loaded. I like this. So
I love Cartoon Network.
Let me sneak one in here. So...
For your Cartoon Network
obviously, we got to talk about Johnny Bravo, because anyone listening is going to be like, Johnny Bravo, Chris, you got Johnny Bravo here. So, Elvis impersonator, wannabe ladies man,
piece of shit.
Constant failure with women, like that.
I wonder why.
How is that show not just like off the air? Hey, how you doing? Huh,
hey,
you know you want me.
Yeah, he would always like pose, and he'd always have like he's like fucking flipping like he's flipping over cars and doing all this like like quick movements. I'm like, whoa, dude.
He's like, look at me.
Chill. I just hate how he would comb his hair. I'm like, stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Your childhood reflected on you like a...
Regular
I don't look
show.
like any of the characters that I like.
Regular show.
That one was meh. The weird like raccoon with the fucking bird thing.
Yeah, it was like a blue jay and a raccoon. You know,
they would just be like high all the time, and they would just fuck around and do random shit. I don't even know what was happening.
I caught a couple episodes. Wasn't bad, but you know what? We got to keep the folks in the loop. You know, people are probably... Anyone listening that likes any of this stuff, they're yelling shows at us right now. They're yelling.
I hope so.
Distractingdisorderly@gmail.com. Come on, get in it. Obviously, you know, Adventure Time was part of that network, but I think we should move on to Nickelodeon.
No, I'm not done with Cartoon Network. You said you're going to sneak some in. And you snuck some in. Code name Kids Next Door.
Okay, tell me about that. That sounds like a Burger King meal fucking
No,
prize.
So there's a huge tree house. I forget how many numbers they are, but all the agents had like a number, like, hey, number 2, instead of saying their name, they would like call out their number.
Yeah.
And these kids would like fight fucking crime throughout the city. By the way, they're all just like dumb idiot kids in a treehouse. But the treehouse was like the treehouse of your dreams. This isn't gonna focus. It was literally like all wood on the outside, but when you got on the inside, it was all like high tech bullshit. That they were like, yeah, take your laser gun with you, and I'm like, fuck yeah, potato launcher, take it. Like
Take
the
it.
coolest stuff that they had. And then the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. You were just gonna breeze by that one?
There's so many shows that I didn't like. I've heard of that show. I just never watched it. It's like siblings that hang out with the Grim Reaper.
I don't think that they're siblings. Are they?
Who the fuck is they then?
Best friend. Yeah, I'm reading about it right now. It's literally right in front of me because I have the picture up for Billy and Mandy because I love that they hang out with the Grim Reaper. It's just like death knocking on your door, but not actually because he's friends with you.
He's just chilling.
You know?
He's like, I'll kill you later.
They're just best friends because Billy has a crush on Mandy and they just go on all of these adventures and they usually fuck it up for the Grim Reaper. So he's like, well, let's go to the underworld, but you guys need to stay right next to me the whole time. And then Billy does something stupid and Mandy has to save them.
That seems like a cool theme, though.
Chowder, Total Drama Island. We can just breeze over those. Breeze over Chowder because I fucking hated it. Because the rata shit when it came out, I was
you
like,
stop
Chowder?
saying
that. No, and
I don't even know what the fuck was Chowder.
It was this family that all like had their own cooking business, but then Chowder would fuck around because he didn't want to be there or he would mess up, so his grandma would send him out. And then I don't really know what he was, a line cook there or something. It was rata. And I remember in school, people would just go up to people and be like, rata, and like pretend to understand each other. I'm like, stop being weird, bro. Like, stop right now. Keep your shit over there. I'm gonna do my thing over here. Stop. Please. Nice. Oh, it's so annoying.
What else you got? What do we got? You're a Cartoon
Network.
That's okay.
I'm done with the Cartoon Network. I won't traumatize it. I want everybody to have opportunities to still submit other ones that I didn't say.
If they do, distractedsorely@gmail.com. You know, we're everywhere. We're slacking on the social media, but that's okay. So Nickelodeon. Let me like. So really first of all, Nickelodeon broke ground for a lot of this stuff. In case you didn't know, and that's why, like millennials and older, and even some of the Gen Xers, all that stuff, are like have fond memories of Nickelodeon with shows like Salute Your Shorts. You can't do that on television. Hey Dude, a lot of random stuff. Then you got Clarissa Explains It All, which you said you never watched, which you know who Melissa Joan Hart is, yeah? She played Sabrina the Teenage Witch on the TV show.
Yeah.
This was her like original show, Clarissa Explains It All. She was on Nickelodeon.
Wait a minute. Don't say that I don't know this yet.
Yeah. She was a typical teenage girl who broke the fourth wall a lot to explain things or like to like imagine what would happen.
Oh no, I know who this is.
That's a good show. Like I liked that show growing up. It was
okay.
And that was one of those, and then we had The Adventures of Pete and Pete, which was awesome show.
I don't think I knew that one.
That show was so fucking quirky. They had guests on there all the time. They had Iggy Pop, I think, was on there as the ice cream man. These are two brothers, both named Pete. The older one was like the one that narrated it, and the younger one was just crazy. He had like he randomly had a tattoo of a woman on his forearm, his younger brother. They never explain it. They just say that her name's Petunia. She's a part of they introduce her in the credits of the show, the opening credits. They like put everyone's name. Pete, this is Pete, this is Petunia. Yeah, look up that. Look up a picture of that. Pete and Pete Petunia. But
Pete and Pete Petunia.
Yeah. And they had like Artie, the strongest man in the world, was on it. There was like a lot of like that's another one with a lot of theories. Like if you go look up fan theories for Pete and Pete, that's a fucking rabbit hole. That was a good show. Spawned some careers too. Keenan and Kel. Keenan and Kel was a big one. That got Keenan. They were both on All That, which was a sketch show. It was an SNL type comedy sketch show. And Keenan and Kel got their like spinoff.
I knew Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, of course you did. How do you not? That was a good one. Like honestly, I'm not shitting on Keenan, but this was him at his best. Him and Kel worked very well together. Like I liked that show. And then Keenan does this thing on Saturday. He's in some movies and is on Saturday Night Live. I don't think he hits as well, or maybe just hasn't found someone with the right energy. I don't know. I think he could be better. But they're doing another Good Burger movie. They're working on another Good Burger.
No.
Welcome to Good Burger. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna watch that.
Of course you are.
I think.
Do
Kel's
you remember
funny.
As Told by Ginger?
No.
Oh, it had the same art as like Rugrats, so I just thought it was cute. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, I think this is the sequel to. Is it? I don't remember this one. I remember like looking at the show, but I don't remember what it's about. That's so bad. I have the list over here.
That's all right.
And like As Told by Ginger was adorable. They were just teenagers there, like when they finally had flip phones, and they're like, "Oh my god!" Yeah.
I remember flip phones. Yeah, I'm breezing through some of the older ones. Of course, we had Are You Afraid of the Dark? Was their like horror anthology series, which I always thought was good. I liked that. Then of course we get to the big ones. The big ones. Real quick, Zoe 101. You brought it up like 3 different times already, so I know you liked that show.
The Wild Thornberries.
The Wild Thornberries. I know you love that show. Hey Arnold, such a good show.
Hey Arnold was so good.
But
Danny Phantom. That was on Nickelodeon.
Obviously, SpongeBob really brought, Nickelodeon was already rocking. Then they had a dead spot, and then SpongeBob came out of nowhere and just fucking boom. Boom.
It was so good. I still watch SpongeBob now.
Over. SpongeBob holds up now. Tom Kenny.
He does.
Tom Kenny does so many good voice. He does such good voice acting in everything he's in. He's the one who does. No, he's still around. He does SpongeBob's voice. But he also does a lot of voice work for Rick and Morty.
Didn't he die like not that long ago?
Tom Kenny? I swear to God, if I look up Tom Kenny and he's still alive, he better. Yeah. Yeah, he's still alive. You jerk.
Who's the guy that...
He looks...
What about Ned's Declassified?
Have you ever seen him?
What?
That's the SpongeBob voice.
That's not the original, though, is it?
That's the guy.
Are you sure?
That's the guy.
Don't ever fucking do that again, first of all.
Did
you ever watch Ned's Declassified? Everybody knows SpongeBob. Let's stay away from the mainstream.
I know that show, but I don't think I've ever watched it. What is it?
Coconut Head? It's just a bunch of kids who are like in school and they do a bunch of dumb shit. Like the one kid has the glasses with the kid. It's like they're like digital glasses. This was way before its time. It was cool.
Way before Google Glass and Eyeglass.
Yeah, it was fun, but it was just like a bunch of kids being fucking stupid idiots in like middle school or whatever.
Ned's Declassified. When did that even fucking come out?
2004.
Really?
Yeah. Danny Phantom was still one of my favorites. This man was like, here, let me just be a ghost.
Okay. Never watched it. It was too late for me. I was out of high school already in 2004. Yes, I am that
Fairly
age.
Odd Parents? Tell me.
I've seen some of that. That came out after my time, but I've definitely seen some of it. Not a bad show. Like they got really good. I think keeping the funny, the cartoons have always been good at keeping the funny in there for adults and children, and they do it. They do it.
Wait a minute. Am I forgetting the most important show?
iCarly?
No.
Yeah, but that was a big one for Nickelodeon. Huge. And they came back, I think, on Paramount Plus. iCarly rebooted on there without Jeanette McCurdy, who's on a book tour because she wrote a book and she's doing real fucking well with it.
She is like Jeanette McCurdy talked about her.
Don't talk about it.
Issues.
She went through some shit and she wrote a book about it called, I think it was called I'm Glad My Mom Died, and she's been on like
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the producer who was weird that everybody knew about.
Oh,
she
just
had a bad. All the girls had a bad experience with the weird guy.
I think it was Dan Schneider.
I wasn't gonna talk about her mommy issues.
I think it was Dan Schneider, but he was a fucking fuck those people. Fuck those people who exploit kids on networks like that.
I'm trying to find this. I feel like I'm so stupid.
See, iCarly was a big one on Nickelodeon. Who else? What do you? I wish I could hear anyone
Where
listening.
the fuck did I watch Pokemon?
iCarly was kind of a spinoff of Drake and Josh, but not really.
iCarly, yeah, but it was good because Spencer, like the character Spencer, was perfect for Carly. Like they were just, it was very genuine.
There was also used to be a show called Kablam, which was a sketch show, but they used a lot of stop motion and different animation and stuff. That was a fun show for those that know. If you know, you know. I don't know. I still think Nickelodeon reigns supreme with the combination of live action and cartoons. I think they fucking kill it.
Oh God,
Plus, with the amount of different people they gave opportunities to, that fucking popped off, like Rugrats. Rugrats changed the network. Nicktoons changed that network and brought it into modern times. What are you looking up?
I can't figure out where Pokemon originally aired.
6 or 5 or 6. Pokemon?
What?
What was that on?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What network it was on? Just
yeah.
Google literally that sentence.
I did.
What network? If I find this right away.
Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network. Another one. Another banger. Pokemon, bitch!
That wasn't a Cartoon Network show, though. That was something I think they
no, it was a Pokemon company.
Headphones are coming off. Woo! Anyways, it's a fresh cut from the lady. Anyways.
Pokemon. Anyway, sorry. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yep, that's
Pokemon. On here. Yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark was a banger. That Goosebumps.
Rocco's Modern Life, though?
Rocco. Yeah, that was such a good show.
Why do you have a cow? Why are you?
Heffa? Hey, Hef. Yeah, he was a sex line operator too. That's the funny thing. That had a lot of weird adult things in it.
Yeah.
A lot of adult things in it.
Cat dog. Where do they go to the bathroom?
Into each other.
Christopher, that's fucking nasty, bro.
Pretty sure the cat's trying to break into my studio here.
Drake and Josh was so good. You're right. iCarly was shortly after, and that's
I don't think it was a spinoff, but Miranda Cosgrove was their little sister on that show, and then she got her own show, which I still think that the older brother in iCarly is a severely underrated comedic actor, and I'm surprised he never did anything else.
Yeah, he is.
How is he not? How did he not do anything else? Did he turn it down, or did no one offer?
Maybe he just had a bad taste in his mouth about the producer, like we were saying before, because he could have like ruined all of them because he was the oldest one working with younger kids. So if the other guy wanted to be an asshole, he could say some weird shit about Spencer, which is doubtful, but
it's messed up. It's messed up.
It's a mess.
That show had some gems. Honestly, I caught that show a long time ago. I forget how I seen it, but I remember randomly seeing it. I think there was a
I'd be honest.
I know. That means, you know what that means, folks. That means we're coming to the close of the episode, unless Kayla has anything else to add on this subject. I would love to get some more, give me your input. What do you think? What do you think, Nickelodeon, Disney, Cartoon Network? What do you like best? What was your show? distractingdisorderly@gmail.com. Send it to us or hit us up on socials.
Well, like the newer ones that we didn't name off, like Victorious and Sam and Cat, who are also Jeanette McCurdy
honestly, I'm gonna
and
be
Ariana
honest,
Grande.
I liked Ariana Grande's character in that show. My fiance watches that randomly, and I think they have a good shtick. It's pretty funny. And then look at her now.
Famous as fuck.
Yeah.
Deserved.
You know, Selena, Ariana Grande, Jeanette McCurdy.
Wizards of Waverly Place we breezed over, but was such a good fucking show. You guys need to watch it.
I remember seeing a lot of these pop up on the radar back in the day, but I don't think I watched any of them. But again, I wasn't.
There's an age gap.
There's an age gap. I mean, she's what?
Chris is old.
You're 23. I'm 39. So there's definitely an age gap between what we both know and stuff. But you know what?
He's 40.
Not yet. I swear to God, if my chair keeps making this noise, I quit the podcast.
He's farting. Don't let him fool you.
But that was my arms.
Did you yawn again?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did earlier, and I didn't tally it.
It was a 6. But I want to know what you guys think. What should we talk about next? What should we do? What should we do next? I'm reaching out. anyways, that's the big one. Just email us, distractedanddisorderly@gmail.com, or hit us up
Or
on the
reach out to us on our
socials.
socials if you don't want to fucking email us.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook. Just search us. We come up. There's no other podcast with a name like that. We come up. You Google us, boom, right there, top of the list.
And
you
if
can
you
listen
don't want
to
to
us
talk
like
to
everywhere.
Chris, you could just go to Navital on everything else.
At Navital, at Christopher K Music. I got a new song I'm about to put out. I'm on the fence. I don't know. It's kind of a sad boy song, I guess. It's I like it a lot, but I don't know what to do with it. But yeah, got anything else for the folks, the viewers, the people who are sticking around through these times?
I feel like this was another get to know us episode. We were kind of talking about our favorite cartoons and network channels. So if you guys have any judgments, judge us. Throw it our way.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We don't care.
We can handle it.
We love doing what we're doing right now. We just want more people to do it with us.
Yeah, and give us your feedback on your favorite shows. Please and thank you.
Thank you for listening. Distracted and Disorderly Podcast.
Bye.
Peace.